and welcome to my Great Scotland Adventure travel vlog, episode 4. And if you have missed episodes 1 through 3, don't worry, there's a playlist in the description box below. But to catch you guys up, Stephen and I have planned a sailing Scottish adventure holiday, something like that. I've shown you guys my packing, my itinerary, some of the travel hiccups, a bit of Glasgow and Oban, as well as a couple days on the SV Provident, where Stephen is starting to feel sick, aka the first signs of trouble. But you know, ships don't stop sailing just because someone's sick. So we must continue on, and continue on we do. If you guys have been waiting to see a vast amount of Scottish Isles, this is the vlog for you. Took us 4 episodes to get there, but we are finally fully underway and jam-packed full of fun. So please enjoy.
As most of you all know, I am 1/8 Scotch.
So right back here is the Abbey of Iona, and Columbo brought Christianity to the British Isles in, I'm gonna have to check on this, the 1400s or the 400s. But this is where we'll be heading to today, is the Abbey of Iona. Where it's located is a place called the Village, and just like Oban, most of the people who come here are tourists. Sorry for the poor memory there. I was trying to remember what one of the other passengers told me while we were riding on the dinghy, but as you can see, not all of it stuck. So Columba brought Christianity to Iona in 563 AD. He was accompanied by 12 other monks, and this monastic community served as a base for their missionary work. Because of this, Iona became a major center for religious learning and devotion, with the monastery remaining influential for centuries. Stephen is sick today, so we also have to look for some cough medicine for him. Surprisingly, I'm not the one who's sick though. That's a weird change of events, and I'm so glad I'm not, because I would miss this and possibly puffins later. Side note here, if you guys are ever in Iona and are in need of cold medicine, there is a Spar, which I have learned is a UK convenience store. That singing was absolutely beautiful. And even though I'm not religious, it still touched the soul, which I feel really lucky to have gotten to experience that, especially since I opted not to pay the £11 to enter the Abbey part. What I just showed is the Nunnery, which is free to explore and absolutely beautiful. And since I'm the most fond of free things, a few of us decided to do a bit more exploring around the Isle, which cost us nothing.
Calling me like the rain.
Oh, what the heck? Where'd everybody go? Okay. Well, this is insane. I was a bit shaky there. To get to Fingals Cave is an intense experience. We had to climb onto sharp, wet rocks from the dinghy, then climb up a makeshift staircase, then walk basically on volcanic rock hexagons. And once you get to the cave, it's massive and you do not want to fall from where you're standing. The rope is on the wrong side, by the way. It's so worth it though. And Felix Mendelssohn, I don't think I said that right. The German composer would agree. After visiting the cave in 1829, he composed his Hebrides Overture, a standalone orchestral piece meant to evoke the atmosphere of the sea and the rugged Scottish coastline. He was so struck by Fingals Cave that he actually sketched the opening theme on a postcard to his sister with the note, "To make you understand how extraordinarily the Hebrides affected me." And what I find particularly funny is that this might be the most famous piece of music inspired by Scotland's landscapes, and it was composed by a German. Which just goes to show Scotland can be appreciated by anyone. You know what else can be appreciated by anyone? Puffins. Cave is beautiful, yeah. I was promised puffins, I wanted puffins. And as it just so happens, Staffa has puffins.
Glasses, the sun comes shining through. Wearing my rose-colored glasses, the world looks shiny and new. The skies are ever so blue. I'm happy through and through. Wearing my rose-colored glasses, I tell you what I see. You are still here with me. I'm feeling lonely, I'm putting my glasses on. Whenever I'm sad, I'll wear them the whole night long. I'm chasing the clouds away, I just can't stand the rain. I was lost for a while, but I found me a better way. I'm losing my mind, ignoring all the pain. When putting my glasses on, sunny days just go on and on and on. I wear my colored glasses, the sun comes shining through. Wearing my rose-colored glasses, the world looks shiny and new. The skies are ever so blue. I'm happy through and through. I'm wearing my rose-colored glasses. I tell you what I see. You are still here with me. Everything looks better when I'm looking through this colored lens. 'Cause life's too hard and the world don't make no sense. Putting my glasses on, all of my troubles are gone.
I could easily do a 5-hour video on puffins. But this one is long enough, right? But puffins are hands down my favorite bird for a multitude of reasons, such as in Iceland they're known as the clowns of the sea. They often mate for life and dig burrows where they will usually only lay 1 egg per season. And puffins flap their wings up to 400 times a minute and can reach 55 miles per hour, which can be quite startling when you're out there filming and they're just buzzing right past your head. And it is impressive how close they will get to you. They have no fear of humans whatsoever, which is equally as impressive when you know that humans are out here tossing them off a cliff each puffling season. To be fair, it is a good thing. In Iceland, when baby pufflings leave their burrows, they sometimes get disoriented by town lights and crash land in the wrong places. Families rescue them, keep them safe overnight, and then take them to the cliffs where they throw them over it. They get a gentle toss into the air so that they can fly out to the sea where they belong. But the number one reason why I love puffins so much, just look at the way they land. Now, I'm gonna need everyone to leave a comment of sympathy for Steven because he missed such a magical day out there, while I was out there experiencing once-in-a-lifetime moments. But also, this trip was not exactly budget-friendly, and at the time we figured he had the flu, and at least one of us should be getting the money's worth. But it is awful how he wasn't able to enjoy things like this couscous, the amazing conversations we had around the dining table, or the dolphins that came out to play while we were moving to our next anchor point. Steven got me sick. I am a little bit nauseous. Throat hurts, my chest hurts, my head hurts. We're quarantining today. Hopefully I will feel better tomorrow. Steven does not feel better the next day, so every time I stand up I feel sick. And it's very wavy today. We're going 20-degree hill to 20-degree hill, so and they're serving tea and coffee. How very UK. Apparently, every time you set sail, put the sails up, serve tea. Back to bed. I think, considering that Steven and I were both sharing a cabin, it came as a surprise to no one that I was starting to feel a bit under the weather. At this point, there were a few concerns that it might be COVID, so Steven and I did make sure to cover our faces whenever we left the quarantine area, aka our cabin. Technically, Steven had already been doing that for a few days, but now it was my turn to join in the fun. But honestly, by the end of the day, I was feeling pretty alright. I still don't know if it was just seasickness, because the waters were rough and I wasn't the only one feeling ill, or if I had just got the flu. Either way, a combination of rest, stomach-friendly food, and the world's worst cough drops. Stephen liked them. To me, they tasted like Vaseline. Had me back to feeling right as rain. And as the saying goes, after every rainfall, there is a rainbow. Or something like that. Stephen was still sick though. oyster catchers. So I have decided to wander the outer road of the Isle of Rum by myself. If you guys have been watching for a while, you'll know it's not completely out of left pocket for me to get completely lost for no reason at all. I'm hoping that, considering that there's signs and one road, the chances of me getting lost are completely, negated. What I'm really loving about Rum is that you'll walk a few feet and then there will be a stream, and it's just gorgeous. It's covered with all this greenery, and usually there will be some wildlife hanging around there. So if you wait long enough, you'll get to see a really cool bird. All right, we've got our next sign here. Castle is this way, and it's spelled K-I-N-L-O-C-H. So I know that's Loch, Kinloch Castle. I'm feeling really proud of myself going on this walk by myself. I know it's really easy, but I find that I have become, that's really deep water shoes, just in case you guys are gonna walk here, water shoes. Ooh, now I got a rock in it. But I am feeling really proud of myself because usually I don't really take trips places on my own. There usually has to be someone to keep me company. I can rely on them guiding, and let's just say I'm not a very independent woman. I've lost that independence somewhere in my 30s to 40s. And experiencing it again, even though Stephen is sick and I wish he wasn't, but experiencing it again in Scotland on a small island, really couldn't ask for more, could I? I hope you guys have enjoyed 3 days on a boat, one of which I spent sick in bed. So now I know how Steven felt. Sort of. You guys will have to tune in tomorrow where the adventure kind of ends and survival begins. You made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, you coming in to say hi too? I'm very popular these days. And because I have started a hidden fact for the day and don't know how to segue into it, I will just say, if you guys are ever in Scotland and need to make friends, not the ones I have here, but human friends, try striking up a conversation about Taskmaster. It is the only TV show that everybody seemed to know over there, somehow. I thought I knew all the popular ones. Not Misfits, not the Derby Girls, or the IT crowd, but Taskmaster, or the Great British Bake Off. One of those two. And with that, I will say I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry, I'm training a foster dog. My focus is not where it should be, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!